day is done and the house settles in, there's only one thing left to do. Pull up a chair, dim the glow, and welcome the dark. You are now tuned into the quiet sound of It Reads at Night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the It Reads at Night podcast. My name is Austin, and I'm joined here by my...
Creature of the night, Alex.
There he is, my creature of the night, my ogre in the flesh. We join here on this pretty spooky night. We actually heard some animals rustling around in the woods back here to our backs. So I'm a little spooked here. Weather, not too bad tonight. It's like in the 40s.
Yeah, it's not bad. Feels good.
It was like snowing here the other night. That was not good. Glad we didn't record that night. We probably would have died by episode 2. So that's not good. But pretty cozy tonight. We've come here with another story to read you. The editor has brought us another story to read. And we are so thankful for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tonight we are going to be reading The Gristers, which is an old creepypasta. So I've been told. Apparently it's one of the classics, but I've never read it. Never heard of it. And we don't know who wrote it. So if you're listening to this, you know who you are. I'd love to get to know you. Get to credit you. Buy you a drink, Maybe. Unless this is appalling to read.
Yeah.
And the editor has gifted us with a spoiler-free synopsis here.
All right, let's hear it.
So for anyone who's just tuning in, they want to know what this story might be covering, here it is. It's about a horror enthusiast's late-night search for a good scare and how it backfires when they glimpse a pale, unnerving creature in their apartment. Oh, interesting. Well, that sounds fun. Sounds a little spooky. And again, we don't know who the author is, but I will say that we're here tonight, a nice spooky night. We like to immerse ourselves fully in these stories. And we are trying to get spooked. We're trying to spook you. Yeah, so we were trying to get this campfire vibe going. I think we've achieved it pretty well. But yeah, so before we get into the story, just want to thank you for tuning in. And if you are so inclined, please rate the show, subscribe, like, comment, whatever the hell it is that you do. Just do it. It will really help us. That's all we ask of you at the moment. We're brand new to this, and we're scared. So without further ado...
Prepare for scares. Enjoy the story if you dare.
Let's read The Gristers. Okay, X, or whatever creepy board this makes its way onto. I put it here because I thought it'd get to the most people to whom it was relevant. If you are one of those people who are inherently drawn to horror, you're in real danger. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't pretend to know everything that's going on. And in fact, I, myself, used to be drawn to the more realistic, non-supernatural creepypastas. But, well, let me explain. About a year ago, I was up at 3 a.m. You know, that part of the night where you're so deep into it, it feels like it'll never end. Anyway, I was up, clicking around, looking for a good creepypasta I hadn't read before, really getting myself freaked out. You know the feeling. I'm sure. You like the feeling. And that's the problem. Anyway, I'm reading, and I hear a pattering sound coming from the kitchen. I had a cat, so I just assumed it was her. But then I glance on my bed, and my cat is there. Now I've been freaking myself out for a while here, so I was nearly trembling with fear as I opened my bedroom door. I live alone, in a single bedroom apartment with just a bedroom, a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom. My bedroom door opens up onto the kitchen. It was pitch black, the moonlight gleaming off the linoleum. I strained my ears and listened. I heard nothing. I admonished myself for being such a fucking pussy. It was just random house noises, right? Or maybe a fucking mouse in the walls. I was about to turn around and head back into my room when I heard it again. And I saw something scatter across the linoleum in the kitchen, heading for the bathroom. It was small, but it was definitely not a rat. The limbs were way, way too long. The torso was far too high off the ground, and the way it moved quickly, but so awkwardly. In any other circumstance, I might have laughed at it. As it was, I was scared shitless. So, I basically freeze for like 10 minutes. It was the size of the thing that convinced me to move. Oh, wait, let me redo that one. There's a fucking spider right here, by the way, on the table.
Oh, no shit. Look at that. It's giant.
I saw something move at the corner of my eye, and I was like, whoa.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Paid actor. Anyway. So, what do you think so far? This guy curses a lot.
Just inhaled all that smoke.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's what actually I was thinking that too. I almost interjected and be like, dude,
calm down.
Dude, why are you like cussing so much? Maybe a fucking mouse in the wall.
Maybe
I'm
such a fucking pussy. That's what it is.
I admonish myself for being such a fucking pussy.
Fucking pussy. Come on.
Well, he's up all night.
Yeah.
He's up all night on Reddit or creepypasta.com.
And this is old school Reddit, so he's on, watch people die.
Yeah.
He's on 50-50. He's making mistakes. He's cursing here and there a little too much, but it's whatever. So there's something in his house.
And it's not his cat. I was up at 3 a.m, that part of the night where you are so deep into it, it feels like it will never end.
Yeah.
He's up all night.
It's the witching hour.
He's beating the shit out of his meat.
Absolutely.
He finished up.
His third or fourth round.
God. Yeah, he reads the story and then, flip-flop.
you're like, porking it.
So,
but you're afraid. But scared. That's not a vibe. Okay.
And something's in his house and it's freaking him the fuck out.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I think we got to keep going a little bit. I want to hear what this thing is, or if he gets a better look at it or something.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what's going to happen. I'll just keep going. A little too early to break in any theories, I'd say. So, I basically freeze for like 10 minutes. It was the size of the thing that convinced me to move. No matter how weird or fucked up it was so much smaller than me. It couldn't have been that dangerous, right? So I pop open the bathroom door. Before I turn on the light, I do a quick scan. Nothing. I flick the switch. I look around. Still nothing. I look on the ceiling even. I throw the shower curtain open. Nothing still. What could it have been? My mind started inventing explanations. It definitely had 4 limbs. Maybe it was a big-ass spider who had lost 4 of its legs somehow? That could explain the awkward movement. It was good enough for me. I was about to go back to bed when I thought, on a whim, to use my broom to poke behind the toilet, between the wall and the base of the seat. Okay. That's a weird hunch to have.
Yeah, it's just kind of fucking insane. I guess he knows he saw it, though. It's not like a hallucination.
Maybe that's where he thought it would be. I don't know. I would never be like about to go to bed and I'm like, let me just check behind the toilet real quick with my broom.
Well, he definitely saw something. He's not like...
Yeah.
Because he's past like, oh, maybe it's just fucking house noises. He's like, I saw something.
I have acted this way with big enough spiders.
Dude, yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to bed until I find it and take it out or whatever. Okay. So, yeah, he was about to go back to bed when he thought to check behind the toilet with a broomstick.
Oh, this is gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I did, I hit something solid, and it scurried out. It looked like a tiny human.
That's
What?
so gross.
That is a weird... That's weird. Okay, anyway. It was pale white, pale as a maggot, with dirty gray streaks running along its skin. It moved on all fours with long, thin fingers that grasped the ground. Its skull was completely bald, and it had no eyes, and the skin looked like it had been torn away from the lower half of its face, leaving the exposed teeth and gums. It looked up at me, well, pointed its face in my general direction anyway, and then scurried, quick as fuck. Just,
Hell yeah, bro.
They always be doing the older creepypastas. Just throw a fuck in there. That'll spice things up. It looked up at me, well, pointed its face in my general direction anyway, and then scurried, quick as fuck, up the side of the bath and down into the drain. It moved in quick bursts like a spider, and climbed straight up smooth surfaces like one too. After it disappeared down the drain, I just stood there, frozen, broom handle still in my hand, for a good 5 minutes. I was scared shitless. I slowly backed out of the bathroom and closed the door, and then stuffed a blanket in the crack between the floor and the door, fearing that it might come out. Then I sat in my bed and wondered what I could do. I mean, it wasn't like I could call the police, or even tell any of my friends. It's not like they'd believe me.
Real quick.
Sure.
How big is this fucking drain?
So, yeah, it disappeared down the drain?
Quick as fuck, up the side of the bath and down the drain. I thought this thing was like, hold on, I gotta go up.
It seems like
it was small.
He's compared it to a really big spider. So, like, think of maybe like a tarantula or something.
Big spider. It was small, but it was definitely not a rat. Its limbs were too long, and its torso was far too high off the ground. So, what is it, just really skinny?
Maybe. I'm picturing like a really tattered up, like, humanoid kind of looking thing.
It moved in quick bursts like a spider, but it's not as big as a spider. It's bigger than a rat.
Yeah.
You can have rats and drains.
Oh, bigger than a rat?
But it's big. So, it was small,
Dang.
but it was definitely not a rat. Its limbs were way, way too long. Its torso was far too high off the ground. So, it's bigger than a rat. Unless it's really thin like a pencil and just fucking dove straight down.
Maybe it's really thin and agile, you know, like an octopus.
Nice.
It can squish itself down. Let's see. Where was I? Then I sat in my bed. Oh, yeah. It's not like they'd believe me. Okay. Yeah. I'll read that little sentence. Then I sat in my bed and wondered what I could do. I mean, it wasn't like I could call the police or even tell any of my friends. It's not like they'd believe me. So what did I do? I made a thread on blank. This was quite a while ago, almost a year. You might even remember it. It wasn't anything special, and it didn't even get that many responses before falling off the boards. I guess people thought I was just joking, which, really, I would have thought the same thing. My thread, in retrospect, sounds exactly like the type of threads I hate. But besides from all the opposite and the sage responses, there was one other one. I wonder what sage means.
I don't know. It's on all caps, so I think it's like an acronym.
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
something.
thinking too.
But I don't know what it would be.
I don't know. Something vile, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen them too, man. Oh, wait, this is you.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, the one quote.
Really own it, you know?
I've seen them too, Keith. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I've seen them too, man. Email me.
Along with an email address that I'm not going to give out here. So I emailed this kid. You gave him the voice of like a 45-year-old man. It's like a fucking PI.
That's what
his wife died in like a fire.
He's just a really
tortured soul.
He's just been eating all the chicken with the hormones and shit. He's just giant.
He ate a lot of corn.
Yeah, he's like 14, but he's fucking huge.
He eats honey baked hams. All on his own. Okay. I guess that's his voice. So I emailed this kid, right? Right away he responds and we start up a conversation in IRC. He introduces himself as John and basically tells me a very similar story. One night a few months ago, reading creepypasta, heard a noise, got up, saw the small pale man. His was a bit bigger. He said it was the size of a cat. But he also told me one other thing. That I'd be seeing more of them. He said that ever since he saw the first one, he's been seeing more and more of them. Out everywhere, even in the street, during the day. They were everywhere, he said. And once you noticed the first one, it got a lot easier to see all the other ones. He had no idea what they were, and he hadn't figured out their behavior yet. He said that usually when he saw them or heard them in his own home, he was reading creepypasta, so they usually freaked him out, something awful. But, he said again, he had never actually seen them do anything terrible, just scurry out of sight. But, he said, some got pretty big, and not all of them looked exactly the same. I still didn't sleep that night. But over the next week, and those that followed, I found that I did get used to them. I did see more of them. I'd glimpse them out of the corner of my eye, or see the retreating rear end of one crawling into a gutter pipe, or see their tiny faces staring out at the street from the sewers. Some, it seemed they weren't even trying to hide. I live in Providence, Rhode Island, which is a small city. On my way to work one day, I take the bus. I was looking out the window and saw a pretty large one, as large as a medium-sized dog, trotting along the sidewalk. People were just walking by it. Actually, I think that a lot of people saw it as a dog. One man stopped to scratch its head. Ooh.
That's awesome.
That is cool, actually.
That's awesome. Every time I see a little guy running down the street,
Yeah.
a little gray man,
Just a little gray dude.
I'm like, dude.
Gotta pet him.
I'm like, you look fucking good. Come here. I'm gonna scratch your little chin.
So this is very, like, cartoonish so far.
Yeah.
But I do like certain details like that. Was kind of interesting.
I mean, honestly, that is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, freaking me out. Just,
Yeah.
like, conceptually, it feels weird.
Sure.
Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of, what's that movie where he puts the glasses on, he can see, it says, like, obey.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like, They Live, or
Oh, yeah.
something like
It is
that.
They Live.
Okay,
I've never
word.
watched that, but I know that that's part of that movie.
Dude, fucking, side note, the first half of that movie
Yeah.
is seriously good. It's
Really?
fucking awesome. Yeah, you're like, wow, this is a really good movie. This is a cult classic. I understand, like, why people like it. It's awesome. Now, I
Mhm.
do like the second half. But there's, like, a fucking scene right in the middle where he gets into a fight
Mhm.
with, like, one of his buddies. He's working at a construction company. He's like, just put the glasses on, man. And the guy's like, I will not put those on. And then they get in a fight that lasts, like, 9 minutes on screen. And it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie is just dog shit.
Right.
Like, it's just phoned in. It's so funny. So
I would like to watch that at some point.
it's
People
definitely worth
love
it.
that movie.
It's like, it's quotable. Well, I don't know if it's quotable, but it's like screen grabbable. There's a lot of
Yeah.
really cool shots in it.
Yeah.
But it just, I mean, and you're like, wow, this is such a good movie. I don't know why more people don't. And then you watch the last half, or like
Mhm.
maybe the last like 20 minutes, and it just fucking flops. It's weird. There's, I don't know, they like get on
Yeah.
a roof, there's like a helicopter. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Just jumps the shark.
Yeah, it's just fucking all of a sudden too. It's really jarring, but it kind of
Yeah.
makes it worth it.
Interesting. You know, I kind of felt that way. This is off topic, I guess, but From Dusk Till Dawn, which I do like the second half, but the first half kind of plays a totally different vibe.
I didn't see that one.
Well, it's like a jointly directed thing, like Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez.
Okay.
Which I don't know Rodriguez too well, but first half is like very Tarantino.
Yeah.
The second half is like just straight Rodriguez, but I get it's like also Tarantino-y, but it's a fun one, but it gave me that same kind of vibe. It's like a movie split in two.
Yeah, it like shifts halfway through, and it's
Yeah. Anyway, we're back to the Gristers. So he was he spotted one of these big guys, or one of these little guys, but he was about as big as a medium-sized dog, just walking along the sidewalk, and then someone actually stopped to scratch its head. So some kind of it's masking as something
Dog.
that ordinary people can't see. You can only unlock it if you read creepypastas.
Nice.
So far. So interesting concept here. All right. I'd always email John and tell him about all the appearances I saw. I even tried to catch them on camera, but they always heard the mechanical whirring and darted away before my camera could take a picture. I told myself I'd have to take a picture of one of the bigger, slower ones. But either way, as the weeks wore on, I became more and more used to them. Sure, they were creepy as shit, and I could never sit down on the toilet and enjoy a long crap anymore. Wow, this guy. Because I was paranoid as fuck. There we go. They'd climb up into the bowl and bite me on the asshole.
Okay, dude.
Wow. Yeah, this is a classic right here.
Edgy.
Yeah, definitely. This guy's definitely like 35 and wise.
Yeah.
This guy's definitely got a mortgage. Anyway, paranoid as fuck, they'd climb up into the bowl and bite me on the asshole. But they weren't really doing anything harmful. They unnerved the fuck out of me, but so did big spiders. I could live with them. John called them the Gristers because he said they reminded him of the Grister meme on blank for some reason. I'm pretty sure he meant the Grifter meme, but the name Grister stuck. What meme are they referring to?
I have no idea.
Let's check it out. The Grifter meme? I gotta just do
I know what a grifter is.
the Grifter
But-
meme.
The
Let's see.
grifter. I'm gonna find out.
Okay,
what
we're on Know
Sage
Your Meme
means.
right now.
Oh, nice.
The Grifter. Oh, it's like an old creepypasta image, I think. Yeah. You know, like the old Jeff the Killer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. I don't know, dude. It's just Google's fucking stupid now. It's not giving me anything useful. It's giving me a bunch of impact font, iFunny memes. So, useless. If anyone remembers the Grifter meme or what the fuck he's talking about, I'm curious.
All right. So sage, right?
Yeah.
It either means semi-automatic ground environment, or
That might be it.
U.S. Air Defense System strategic advisory to government executives. But what I think it really means is
Stupid ass. Gay.
something to do with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, God, dude. Come on.
I don't know. I typed in Sage acronym Reddit, and just the first thing is r/Sonic the Hedgehog.
This guy was chronically online, but 15 years ago, so who knows, man.
Oh, here we go. On 4chan, putting Sage in the email field allows you to post things. I don't know. It could
Interesting.
be fucking anything. I just wonder why somebody would comment that.
Yeah, as a derogatory thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting lost in the semantics. We're obsessed with the world of this story, the world building.
Well, when did this come out? Do you know, what year?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I have it pulled. The original, not the original, but creepypasta.
It's pretty cool to I mean, these are time capsules for a part of the internet and a part of the culture.
Yeah.
And we love these fucking stories. So.
Pay our dues here.
Yeah. Let's find out when this came out.
I won't say. Usually it says.
I'm guessing 2009. No, 2013. This feels 2013 to me.
You're betting 2013. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it'd be 2009 because I think this was probably released post Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. Wait, when was Jeff the Killer? When did that come out?
I don't know. I can definitely find that one easily.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Who knows?
All right.
13. I see a Mr. Creepypasta narration from 13 years ago.
Damn, dude.
That's probably our most reputable source there.
Word. So
Whereas
maybe-
Jeff the Killer, when did Jeff the Killer come out? 2008.
Okay, word. So
Or
2013.
This is the AI overview, so
yeah.
take that with a grain of salt. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. The wiki says Jeff the Killer was published in 2011. I trust that more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're reading through history right now. Our elders. Okay, so yeah,
We need more quotes.
we do.
I want something to do.
Yeah. Sorry. You're interpreting and absorbing the story, all right?
Yeah.
That's your job. You're
This is a
the
metaphor.
You're the scholar. Okay. So John and him are talking. He's unnerved, this guy, our main character, but he's comparing them to big spiders. And he can live with them. So, yeah. So here we go again. I continued my exchanges with John, but I noticed that he was becoming more and more tense. It was hard to tell over the text, but really that was the only way to put it. I just figured that once the novelty of a shared experience had worn off, we didn't really have much to talk about. John wasn't really my type. He was a steroid-pumping bodybuilder in southern Florida who lived with his mother.
Yeah.
So I think your voice was right on, dude.
It.
But he described him as a kid.
How you doing, Mom?
Hey, Mom. I need the meatloaf.
More chicken, Mom.
More. Boil me some chicken, Ma. Give me a rack of ribs.
Mom, rack of rib on the double. Mom,
He's got like a broccoli hair.
rack of rib on the
Mom!
on the
Rack of rib!
He's got that voice, but he's like a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he's like
white boy with the broccoli head.
prematurely balding though in the middle, so he's got like the broccoli on the sides. Mom,
Looks like
get me minoxidil from I'm balding.
I need minoxidil and a rack of ribs.
And give me rib, and then rub this fucking hair, Rogaine.
Wash my
Mom,
mom.
wash my fucking
My so dirty.
Mom, wash my
Jesus Christ. We're fucking stupid.
wash my.
It's gonna age like
Fuck.
rotten milk.
It's gonna age like the Gristers, dude.
Yeah. Really well and awesome.
Actually, bleep that out. Just the whole thing.
What, the whole...
No, like the whole. Anytime someone says "wash my," bleep it out. We can't have that in this show.
Yeah, that's probably true. But it'll make us look like we're probably just saying really hateful stuff.
Mom,
Mom.
wash my belly.
Okay.
All right.
Holy shit. Where are we? Okay. So we found out that John is not really our narrator's type. He's a steroid-pumping bodybuilder in southern Florida who lived with his mother. Okay. But we started discussing Grister behavior, and he said his were starting to act a bit more differently than the ones I saw. He'd wake up at night and they'd be perched at the end of his bed, staring at him with their eyeless faces. They wouldn't scurry away anymore. He said he woke up one time because one of them had actually started touching his face. That seemed unnerving. This whole time I had been putting out inquiries on the internet to see if anyone else had experienced this phenomenon. I couldn't be the only one, but no one came forward. On blank, most of my threads about the subject got saged, so eventually I stopped asking. I guess that's like a
Sagged? When it's used like that, it makes me think like
I don't know. It definitely okay. I guess sage is like downvoted or panned or
you look it up.
no, but I just like in the
Well,
context of
yeah.
the sentence, it seems like it's just people don't. It either gets removed or like
Sage.
you're saging a room, cleansing it full of cleansing it of negative energy.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe. But I have an inquisitive mind. I wanted to know what these things did, what exactly they were. I even wanted to capture one. I left out food and mouse traps, but none of these things ever went for it. My cat would notice them, though. She'd hiss at them, and even chase them a couple of times. All those times I had seen her do that and assumed she was being a dumbass cat, chasing at nothing. One night, I was walking home from work alone. I work at a call center for a police charity, and my house is about 6 miles away. I'd had to stay late, so there was no bus to come pick me up. And I didn't really have all that many friends, so I had to walk. Well,
Yeah, no fucking
I guess that's
shit,
the reason.
dude.
Yeah. No shit. Anyway, I was walking past some old abandoned brick houses. Creepy shit. And let me tell you, when I heard some weird, low groan. Yeah, there you go. You gotta give us something here. That's when I happened to notice that there were a lot more Gristers than usual here. They were mostly ignoring me, but they were scurrying in and around one particular brick house. The groaning sound seemed to be coming from the alley beside it. Now, a lot of Gristers was creepy enough, even without that low groaning noise. What made me decide to investigate? I don't know. Morbid curiosity. I'm always looking for some creepy/gore stuff to post on the boards. This guy sucks.
He's posting it too. It's
Yeah.
not,
I
Jesus.
thought that maybe that the groaning was some kind of wounded animal. So I approached the side of the house, noting that the windows were boarded up. The groaning. I should have known then it was no animal. It was a low, creaking, gurgling sound. It didn't sound like any fucking animal I knew. So I snuck down the alley, and when I saw what was making the noise, I nearly pissed myself. It was a fat. It was a fat, humongous Grister, at least 8 feet wide, completely unable to move, with rolls of fat hanging down over its leg. It had no neck, just 14 chins leading up to its macabre, exposed jaw. Dirty drool ran down its chin to cover its obscenely huge belly. Smaller Gristers crawled in and out of the rolls of its fat. It rubbed itself with a pudgy claw, making that groaning, gurgling sound, which seemed almost sexual. It was terrible. I know it doesn't sound like it, and objectively, I can't think that a fat, cooing Grister rubbing itself might sound pretty funny, actually. But in the presence of the thing, all I felt was a sick revulsion and disgust. But, I kept in mind one thing, that I had been looking for a picture of these things. So I busted out my camera phone and snapped a picture. There's a little era right there for you. Camera phone.
Nice.
I feel like that clues us into some stuff of the era. I wish I hadn't. If I hadn't, I think maybe I could have lasted a little longer. The minute I snapped the picture, the thing stopped groaning and swiveled its head toward me. All the Gristers did, in fact. They all started hissing and screaming at me, a horrible fucking sound, like rusty nails on a chalkboard. I was thoroughly freaked out. To put things mildly, I lost my shit. I ran out of there as fast as I could, ran all the way home. Gristers didn't seem so harmless to me now. That noise they had made was straight out of hell. I didn't feel safe with the lights off anymore. I flipped all the lights on, scaring the shit out of my napping cat. I slammed the bathroom door shut and stuffed a blanket around the cracks again. Then I sat down on my bed and looked at the picture I had taken. There it was, clear as day. That huge Grister. Just looking at it made me feel sick. Of course I was going to post it on blank. I loaded it onto my computer and sent an email to John with the subject, "Will you look at this, fat fuck?"
Hold on, that's in quotes.
Yeah, wait.
Hold on.
Sorry. I took your job. I loaded it onto my computer and sent an email to John with the subject, "Will you look at this, fat fuck?"
No, he's not Southern.
Was that Southern?
Hey, will you look at that? Will you look at that fat fuck? Get up in there, boy.
Let's see. What does he sound like? Fuck. All right. Let's give it another go.
All right. You want me to run it back?
I think you should run it back. I'm trying to go.
All right. Really
What is he? Literally.
think of all the things he's into, and build a character from that.
Literally.
Literally.
Will you look at this fat fuck?
That still sounds vaguely Southern.
Will you look at this fat fuck?
Will you look at this fat fuck? Will you look at this fat fuck? There it is. All right, well.
Okay, you want to run it from the top?
Run that back.
All right. For all the marbles, I loaded it onto my computer and sent an email to John with the subject,
Will you look at this fat fuck?
Then I immediately came to blank and began typing up my thread. Explaining myself, explaining the Gristers, explaining the photograph. I was just getting ready to post when John sent me a message.
Yo, don't show that shit to anyone.
I stopped. I replied to John, asking him what he was talking about. He told me. He said that he thought he had figured out what was making the Gristers around him more hostile. He said that he thought that when they figured out that you could see them, they started getting more aggressive. He showed me scratches he had all down his arm from them clawing at him at night. He said that he'd seen a lot more of the bigger ones hanging around his house at night. They watched him through his windows. They knew. They knew he could see them, and they didn't like it. And now, I was pretty sure they knew I could see them too. So what did I do? In the end, I didn't post the picture. I wasn't too intimidated, but it probably saved a lot of you. I didn't want to trigger anyone else into being able to see these guys if it had dangerous consequences down the road. I didn't notice any behavior change right away. For a while, in fact, for about 2 weeks, the Gristers acted just the same way they had before. I was beginning to think that John's problem was his own thing, and that the Gristers didn't know or didn't care that I could see them. And then things started happening so fast. I woke up one night, and there were 4 of them, just perched around my bed, staring at me. I freaked the fuck out and swept them away, and they just hissed that terrible noise at me and ran away. I emailed this to John, who I hadn't talked to otherwise. He didn't respond. We hadn't talked since I told him about the picture, and even rarely before then. After 2 days, during which the Gristers began touching me in my sleep, I got an answer. John was dead. His brother had the password to his email and was letting all his internet acquaintances know. He had committed suicide, sliced open his wrists in the bathtub. That's a bit of an overshare to some internet users that he knew. John's fucking dead. He slit his fucking wrists. He's dead. You want pictures? I got pictures too. John didn't seem like the type to commit suicide to me. Had things with the Gristers really gotten that bad that they drove him to do that? We didn't really know each other very well, but he hadn't mentioned anything to me. His brother said he hadn't left a note. I gave him my condolences. Now I had no one to talk to about this. I started looking online for more references or anything. All the while, the Gristers were getting more and more aggressive. I'd look over my shoulder, and there would be 1 or 2 on the windowsill, just staring at me. One time I opened the door to my apartment. I live on the 3rd floor. And there was one about the size of a large dog staggering around at the bottom of the stairwell, pale face flashing in and out of the darkness, baring its teeth, and baring its teeth in a growl at me, pale limbs flashing as it bounded up the stairs. I slammed the door shut. I didn't go to work that day. Then I saw it on the news. The house that I had seen the fat-ass Grister at. I would have skipped right past the news story had I not seen the picture of the house. The article was titled... That's quotes.
That's a quote. I don't want to do this anymore.
Do your best news anchor voice.
Yeah, for this. All right, let me. All right, news voice. 8 found dead, 3 alive in dungeon raid.
That was good.
Thank you.
Apparently some sick fuck had been using the basement of one of those abandoned houses as a place to keep women prisoner and kill them when they felt like it. It was a terrible fucking story, but one of the things one of the survivors said really struck me.
I'm just debating on doing a woman's voice, but I don't think I
I
can.
feel like you got to.
We were just so we were just so terrified all the time. We never knew when he was going to come in and decide to kill one of us. When he was going to really hurt us while he was us. We were just so terrified all the time. I'd like to point out I'm not proud of reading that.
So
and
edgy,
really
bro.
rather the fuck not read that. Yeah, this guy...
Oh god,
needs
this guy
to chill.
watched a lot of Tarantino and...
Well, he's posting
some
gore and
Oliver
stuff.
Stone. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's...
This guy's got faces of death.
God.
Yeah. Okay. That was cringe. Anyway. Terrified all the time. And Gristers had been all over the place. When I first saw one, I had been reading creepypasta and pretty freaked out. Same for John. Were these things drawn to fear? Then I read that 2 of the survivors were being sent to a mental hospital for hallucinations. Did they see Gristers? I stopped sleeping. I didn't want to wake up to those things staring at me. I stopped eating, too. Whenever I wasn't at work, which was more and more often, as I called out many times, when I saw Gristers bigger than a cat sniffing out around my building for me, I was locked in my room, trying to hunt for information on the internet about these things. I just couldn't find anyone who has actually seen them. The Gristers were getting more violent. They were starting to scratch me and bite me in those few scant hours that I actually did nod off to sleep. I'd always freak out and sweep them away, and they'd just hiss at me. After about a week of this, I came home from work and found my cat dead. They had peeled all the skin away from her skull, giving her a look of shock. I quit my job. I cried for days. Blank, I don't have many friends, and I really love that cat. They're not stupid, Blank. They don't talk, and they act differently from us, but they do have intelligence. I went out for food last week. It was the last time I will ever go out. I was sitting at the downtown bus station, shivering, looking all around me for Gristers when the bus approached. I got up to get on. And out of nowhere, a Grister the size of a normal human just bent over and, walking their weird, loping gait, slammed into the back of the woman next to me and threw her in front of the bus. She had no chance. I saw her slide under the wheels of the bus. I saw her blood and ruined organs squeezed out of her mouth like toothpaste.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Everyone freaked out and panicked. As people rushed to her aid, the Grister turned toward me and grinned. I dropped my groceries and screamed, running back to my house, sobbing all the way. They're toying with me. And that's when I finally realized why there wasn't anyone I could really talk to about Gristers. Blank, how many times when people commit suicide do you hear it reported that they were, quote, suffering from hallucinations? Read the reports of people who have been in terrible, frightening situations. like that dungeon? Or a war? How many of them suffer from hallucinations? Sure, a lot of them are actual hallucinations. Some of them are the Gristers. And eventually, they figure out that you can see them. And they start fucking with you. I don't think everyone who they kill is driven to suicide. I don't think John committed suicide. I think they're smart. I think they know how to make something look like a suicide. You'll hear about it sometimes. You'll read it in a report about how someone committed suicide, but something just isn't quite right about it. Like a man who went out and bought a new couch and then cut his wrists on it. And blank, I'm convinced there was nothing special about John and me. I don't think there's anything special about anyone who sees these things. I think you're just more likely to see them when you're really scared, since that's when they're drawn to you. I can hear them right now. It's about 3 in the morning. It sounds like a really big one is outside of my apartment door. Sounds like it's trying to gnaw its way through the wood. And so I'm taking the easy way out. I'd rather have a nice sharp knife slice my arms open than have my skin torn by those teeth. So please, this is my warning to you. Stop reading creepypasta. I know you love it. I know you love frightening yourself. But you've got to stop. Every time you read it, every time you get that feeling of dread in your stomach, you're drawing the Gristers to you. That was scary.
What the fuck was that? Did you...
Don't make me scared while reading the Gristers, bro.
Dude. What was that?
I don't know. Well, there's an owl in the background.
Well, there's an owl. Yeah, maybe that was the owl screeching.
I hope.
Yeah, there's been an owl behind us this whole time hooing.
Yeah.
These mics are super, super tight. You can only hear right in front of them, so I don't think that it's been picked up. But it's been real spooky out here this whole story.
Yeah, it's been a vibe, honestly, until that random screech. I don't know what that was. I wonder if that got picked up.
I fucking hope so.
But we got like 2 lines left.
Yeah, let's
bring her home.
Bring her home, brother.
So please, this is my warning to you. Stop reading creepypasta. I know you love it. I know you love frightening yourself, but you've got to stop. Every time you read it, every time you get that feeling of dread in your stomach, you're drawing the Gristers to you. And if you don't stop reading, at least, please, never check out those sounds in the house when you do. With all that being said, that was the
We'll be right back.
Tired of your promising life expectancy? Want to make that heart knock like the beat of a drum? Then try our signature high fructose corn syrup. We source our high fructose corn syrup from cows, of course, and we do it ethically. And we ship those cows, the fructose corn syrup, in a great big truck to a great big building. And somehow it all ends up on your kitchen table for you to enjoy. Wow! High fructose corn syrup, so good it'll make your heart stop.
edgy as all hell. That's what I'll say.
Way too edgy for me, brother.
Super edgelordy. I mean, I get the concept is something I've like thought of this concept before, that as well as I'm sure many other people, but I like the concept in theory of like every time somebody dies or kills themselves or whatever, it's really not a natural cause. It's like an invisible being.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper, something omnipotent, extra dimensional.
That is cool.
Spiritual, what have you, is the cause of the death. You know, like there is no like natural death, whatever. Or there's some natural death, but then there's also like these entities that kill people. But which is kind of like the vibe I'm getting from the Gristers. I'm not sure if you feel the same, but
Not necessarily.
I think that's kind of what he was going for at the end when he was talking about like how, you know, some people commit suicide and then there's people that are whose deaths are deemed suicide, but it was really the Gristers.
Yeah.
And like the lady that got pushed in front of the bus is going to be seen as a suicide, you know, open and shut case.
Yeah,
but
I guess you're saying. I see what you mean.
it's the Gristers, but
I don't think the Gristers cause all the deaths around the world. I think it's like they're able to do that shit, but they just exist side by side, and then once you can see them, like they'll
just fuck with you
just fuck with you. I don't
by
think
killing
they're like
people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more like that. But that's the concept that like made me think of a little bit. But in like in saying that, in a very juvenile, edgy, not very effective way, I thought, I don't know, like the it's kind of goofy that it's like a little man.
It's goofy, this little man, and I was like, towards the end of the story, because like, what is it? It's like about 10 pages in the font we're using and whatever.
Yeah.
By like page 6, 7, I was like, man, this concept, I like the story. I mean, it's like an interesting concept, but I think if somebody with like a really decent, obviously this was written by somebody who
Young,
who doesn't write a lot. I don't think it's a bad story, but if somebody who'd written like 60 short stories then had this idea, did like a really good job with it. Like I feel like
it definitely
maybe
could be creepy.
The gore and shit and like the being a Reddit guy,
Yeah.
you know, it works.
It was cheapened, I think, a time because of just like the overindulgent nature of it.
Yeah.
Like just the cursing a lot as well, you know, that always pulls me out of it when people are just cursing like every other fucking line.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Just needless. Yeah.
And tiny people, I just kept picturing like aliens.
Yeah, like it's the imagery is not scary. That's
No.
the biggest crime, I think, is that you can have all the other stuff that's happening,
Yeah.
but if it just wasn't tiny pale dudes, it would be a lot scarier. If it was literally anything. If it looked like a spider, but it's not a spider. It was like a weird humanoid, like a spider with pale human-like skin.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
That's like fucked up and weird, or like literally anything. A worm.
I think that might be it.
A centipede.
A worm would be really fucked up, honestly.
Yeah.
Just you wake up, there's like worms all around you, kind of just like facing you. I think maybe that's it. Even like keep the Reddit moderator shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every time I was just like envisioning the story taking place in my head, the little people, like just a real thin, pencil thin guy who's like the size of a medium dog, just like down the street to me. It's not, doesn't do fucking anything except for
the different sizes seem like not needed either.
Yeah.
Like, why are they just a bunch of different sizes? Are they like, I don't want to dive too deep, but
yeah.
Are they like
who
mimics
fucking
of
knows?
like real world things? You know, like there's the bugs or the rats or whatever. You know, like one that's like the size of a rodent that if you weren't reading creepypasta and really scared, you would just see a rat in your house, but it's actually a Grister. And the same thing with like people on the street. Same thing with like dogs.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be.
Kind of also of its era, very much of its time.
Yeah.
That the way they're summoned is if you're reading creepypasta and you're really scared.
Yeah. I like to think it's not just creepypasta that summons them. It's just like horrifying stuff. I guess because he mentions like war and shit. He's like, okay, those people probably see him too.
I like inherently the idea of like being so scared you like summon something is cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like a different take of like Hellraiser. You know how Hellraiser's like if you feel enough pain,
like
you're able to like transcend or whatever into
the Hellraiser, that dimension. It's got a name that they all live in. Yeah, they like they use pain to ascend to like higher consciousness or something.
Yeah, it's a different But like that kind of idea, I guess, that kind of concept where like if you feel an emotion or
Yeah.
in a sensation intense enough, you like break
Invent
through.
it. There's that concept, we've talked about this before, just personally talking to each other, but like an egregore, where it's like if enough people believe in something, it makes it true.
Yeah.
Similarly, it could be like, you know, at least in my own life, I feel like it's, if you believe in something so much, like it becomes true. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can make little pencil guys appear in your house, but
Yeah. So I don't know. Some stuff that was cool, but I think even like the stuff that I'm resonating with is like because my own mind is taking off with
yeah,
and comparing it to like slightly adjacent
things
concepts,
that are
but
a little bit higher caliber.
Yeah. What would you give this one?
Out of 10,
Yeah.
respectfully, both of us have read a lot of, obviously you guys don't know, but we've read both of us have listened to and read a lot of creepypastas and stuff, and so it's nice to get into some that we haven't, but out of like all the ones, that'd be like I hate doing this, it's like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like it was, I mean, the length was there. I liked the length a lot. Like it's short enough that you can like sit down and read it one session, but it's still a little bit
Pretty
longer.
good length, I think. I have no problem with that.
No, like real convenient length, and the concepts were, I mean, maybe 5, no, 4. I don't know. It's like all the cool concepts were there, but the problem is like none of them were like.
The presentation of the concept is like silly. It's just silly.
Yeah,
Like,
I think if the monster was changed for me, and I think dude could have dove in a little bit. Dove in is not a word. Yeah, earlier I dove into the pool.
That's like the name of a weird surfer guy or something.
Dovahkiin.
Dovahkiin. Oh my god.
Dovahkiin. No, but it's like, okay, so the Reddit mod thing, don't really love that, but you like,
yeah,
if he went more into it, it could have been cool, you know. And then it's like cursing all the time, either lean into it or don't. And then like, you know, being like a fucking degen, like do it or don't.
Yeah.
And then you know, describing the situations like when he stumbles across the big Grister, like he describes it, but he either shouldn't have gotten into any detail and left us like up to our own minds, or like go into way more detail so you can try and scare the reader.
Yeah.
So I think it's like that. It's not that the story's bad, because the story isn't necessarily bad. It just, I don't know. That's my take.
It's lacking in a lot of things, you know, and not that, you know, it's not like a published work or anything.
Yeah.
We appreciate its existence and its contributions to the creepypasta world. But you know, if we're just talking.
We're just talking.
If we're just talking, you know, I think it's fallen flat on a lot of things, and like the Reddit moderator archetype,
Yeah.
if you can call it that, the archetype of that kind of person. I think you could make that like an interesting point in the story, but I think you'd have to have like more writing muscles. You know?
Yeah, I think
be
that's
able to
it.
like dive into because I think he's kind of just like writing himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's just an edgy 14, 15-year-old who listens to like disturbing music and then just like watches gore, live leak and
that
everything.
was fucking horrifying to read that, because I
But if it was like,
oh my god,
if you know, like someone with a little more practice in writing wrote this character, I think it'd be really interesting. Yeah. It would remind me of like, I've been watching a lot of American Horror Story recently.
nice.
Some of like the edgier characters, like in Murder House, like the daughter, Violet, right?
Yeah, it's been a long. I watched
There's
that when it
two-
came out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 V. The husband or the wife and the daughter both have V names, so it's hard. But yeah, the daughter is like a good, edgy character, I think. You know,
Word.
where it's kind of like hammed up a little, but
Like
I think
works.
they're like able to explore like the mind of that kind of person.
Huh.
I think this guy is just like an incel or something. You know, like a
Yeah, when
primitive
he's-
incel.
Definitely primitive incel. Like, obviously not there yet because he was disturbed by
Yeah.
the stuff. Which is like, that I was like, oh, this guy's going to be into the fucking news article that's terrifying.
Yeah.
He was like, that was terrible. And I was like, aren't you posting gore?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked too. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I think the whole Redditor thing was just kind of made it all like disjointed because it didn't have like a purpose to service the plot, except that the only thing it is it's like a vehicle to get this guy reading creepypasta because he's into the demented and the strange and the edgy and all that.
Yeah, and then he just had to hold on to it the rest of the story.
Yeah, but
So,
yeah, and he had to keep
word.
proving it. Like, oh, I walked past this house and it had a weird moaning sound, so of course I fucking recorded it.
Always trying to get in there and
Could
get
be a
pictures
dead
of
animal.
gore.
No.
You never know when your neighbors died and you can go in there and take pictures.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you from just
Taking pictures.
picking that lock, walking in there, taking a few little flashes.
Even when you, yeah.
I just want to take a few quick pics here.
Well, our fire's gone out. I think that
Oh,
is
fuck.
the Gristers telling us to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm a little scared that there might be a Grister behind me or something. Or
We did just roll over the fact that something screeched.
there was something screeching in there. Maybe
It sounded like an owl, now that like really thinking about
it's
it.
probably an owl
Yeah.
or a fox or something.
Yeah.
Probably, right? Nothing else.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe it got caught on camera. On camera.
Oh, it definitely.
Oh, on the camera audio.
Hopefully
probably.
the camera audio has it.
We'll see if the editor. Well, sorry, I don't mean to upset you, but hopefully we can get that in there because that was a really scary sound.
Yeah, that fucked me up for a second.
I was like, "Fuck, dude!"
I was
we're
like
reading-
ready to
It
stand
was the
up.
last line. I was like, "Why am I scared reading the Gristers right now, dude? Maybe it is scary." But this was a really fun one. Not gonna discredit it too much. It was a fun, entertaining story.
Definitely a good read. Definitely fun out here.
Definitely inspired people along the way. Contributed to the wonderful online community of creepypastas and just Pastavert. Great. Is that a real
I have no idea. I don't think so. I
Pastaverse?
think
We're gonna fucking register that real quick. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Pastaverse.
You gotta use the news anchor voice.
Pastaverse.
Pastaverse.
This just in. 2 weird men in woods claim Pastaverse. But yeah, it was fun. I appreciate what it's done. You know, I think it probably inspired a lot of people, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, truly.
Fun time. That's really all this stuff is. And whoever the guy was, you know, whatever he was into back then, I'm sure he's grown into a big, strong boy with big, strong morals.
And big, strong steroid arms.
And he gave us this cute little story to read. And we say thank you to whoever it was because we don't know who it was. We wish we did. And we could tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ether, for writing this.
It's a bunch of kisses. Thank you.
And if you enjoyed whatever this was, thanks for sticking around. And be sure to rate the show. Follow us. We do this every other Thursday. And we have many more stories to read. We have no plans of stopping. We've got a bunch of cool stories. Some of these will actually probably be scary, especially when we're out in the woods with shrieking animals behind us.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, yeah, more to come. Stick around. We love you.
Good night.
We love you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.